Yeah, g'day Bush Camping Tools here today. Well, I've got with me, out and about, something very, very new from Nieto Knives in Spain, and this is the Chaman Macro. Just get a look at that, will you? Excellent knife in their Vanadium, which is the DIN 1.4116. This particular model's got the micarta grip on there. It's also got a divot in here for the top block of a fire bow drill, which is quite handy, and we'll talk a little bit about that more later on. But the fit and finish on this knife is very, very nice. So there you go there, can you see that there? The Chaman Macro, and the design is by Miguel Nieto. Okay, you might be familiar with that name. Lovely jimping on here. Nice butt end like that, flat, you can get your palm against it, it's not going to hurt. And a nice rounded profile on the spine here, and a bit of a swedge on there too. Very, very, very nice knife. Comes with a Great Scabbard. It's a similar scabbard to the Chaman, the smaller version of this. This, by the way, is a flat grind. It's a sabre grind, so we've got a flat grind on there like that. And I'll talk more about this great leather scabbard a bit later on. Here, just split some of this stuff up to get a fire going to cook a bit of meat, because this knife is no problems doing it with this big knife. Bit of fat wood in that actually. Look at that there like that, that's really nice. Very nice. It's a comfortable knife. I don't have any gloves on. Cut a bit of bamboo. Oh, that's deadly. You've got to be really careful with this. That is deadly. Can you see that there? Yep. Deadly. Okay, so we've got a bamboo skewer. Let's get another bit of bamboo, and then we're going to get this fire going. Let's get rid of this. Now this has got a nice grip on this knife. It's narrower than the ordinary Chaman, and I like that because a bigger knife, I want a better grip, you know, on it, a more secure grip on a longer knife. Okay, so let's do that too on here. Wait on, I'll just turn that around. You see that there? Just get rid of those bits, and then see that? Right. Meat here. Put it on those skewers. See that there? Marinated this thing. Look at that. Top dollar. Look at that. No problems cutting that up. So I don't have a chopping board, but what I've done is I've used, as you can see, all these sticks here to do that. Use it as a chopping board, or a cutting board rather. Fantastic. Right, can you see that there? Right, okay, let's just put the knife there for a sec. Let's stick this on these skewers I made with the bamboo. Gotta be careful here because these things are deadly sharp. Don't have any accidents now with that. Right, we're just gonna put these coals in there. fantastic. Okay. Very, very nice knife, I gotta say. Absolutely nice large drop point. Here we go, the second lot. Top dollar. The handle of this now, as you can see, it's all shiny because I've got meat, fat, and juices all over it. So the thing is it slippery in my hands? And the answer is no, because you've got this indent down here that you can get your index finger in, you can get your thumb over this, and it's a narrow profile handle there. So basically it gives me a good grip on this, and this feels good like this too. It's not overbalanced or anything, and I think that really comes down to the swedge here. It takes a bit of weight from the tip on there. And what I showed you before, what I really like is this spine, how they've rounded the spine off on there. That's a nice little finish on this knife. Also the thumb jimping here, or finger jimping, is this crenulated area. Is each one of these is rounded, so it's not, it looks aggressive but it's not, you know, it's quite comfortable, but very good grip, of course, texturing in there, which is great. This is a bit of abuse really on the knife, but okay, this is green wood, this is green hazel, and I just want to see, and I'm chopping into a block of, I found this on the seashore, washed up on the seashore. This is birch, a birch log, and this is well seasoned. So, see whether that tip's going to bend or anything like that. It shouldn't, okay? No, it shouldn't, of course not. No, we'll just put a divot in there. And so, yeah, as I said, this is green wood. And any knife with a bit of weight in it will chop into green wood. The real test is when you start chopping hardwoods. Right, so this is manila rope. After all that work. Okay, so who says that DIN 1.4116 isn't any good as an outdoor steel, you know? This is manila rope. This is natural fibre. You saw me hack into the hardwood there. What's the story there with that, you know? And I could continue, you know, going on with this and on until I've got no rope left, of course. And it's doing this, you know, a fine job here. This is a burl off a piece of birch. So I'm just seeing how well the knife copes with that. Taking shavings from that. Usually burls are quite hard. It's good that the spine is rounded. You can put your thumb on it here without, you know, hurting your thumb. And like the Chaman, it's very, very well stitched together. It's riveted here for reinforcing here. You've got a tie-in point down the bottom. Came with some paracord there. This mount is a quick release. You can either go horizontally on your belt through these two belt loops here, stick your belt through there, no problems. Turn these around to have the other knife, you know, different from left to right carry, if you want to, the little straps, so they can be turned around. So it's a very well stitched scabbard, you know, on both sides there. And you've got this press stud here and this other band of leather here, and this takes their like proprietary little survival pouch, and I think it's a really good knife for the price. It's a big drop point. It's got a bit of weight in it. You can do a little bit of lightweight chopping, though it's not a chopper per se because of the weight distribution. You know, it's got a lightened tip, and let's face it, it's a drop point, but it's got a very nice, you know, saber grind on there. And if you it thickens too towards the end here. You could run your, it's a bit hard to show on the video here, but it thickens about here in this region there. So there's a lot of meat in this knife. Watch that there. This is a spike I've just sharpened up. I'm going to bang that into the ground with this here, with the knife, and using the knife as a hammer, which you should never do, but just to show you, and this is really hard ground, so there's a bit of, you know, enough weight in this knife to do that. See that there? Look at that. So a bit of hammering with it as well too. And the Venadio 1.4116 really, you know, held an edge for me, which is great after a lot of work on, you know, dirty woods out here, out and about by the seaside, and also in this location here, which I'm encroached upon by bulldozers earlier on. But anyway, yeah, so this one has got a micarta grip. It comes in Katex micarta, and there's a natural wooden grip on there. And I should say too, it's got this, you see this here, this divot. I told you can use it as a, you know, the top block for a fire bow drill, and that's a good idea, that, because quite often it's difficult to find a top part for a fire bow drill. It's always easy to find the base and the drill itself, but not the top. So yeah, there you go, Chaman Macro from Nieto Knives, made in Spain. Yeah, big drop point with swedge, nicely finished. Bush Camping Tools here. Thanks for watching.